always said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Nittany Lions will kick it away to start. Grabs it inside his 25, and here he comes. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. Looking for room, it's Keller. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z. So these are big for the resume.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Might be changing the route. Back to pass, it's Tyree. Gonna take a shot. Grabs it inside the 10. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Texas A&M will line up with a 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas A&M. This is why they show up for Midnight Yell, and they are playing like they practice.
And this place rocks as loud as anywhere in the country, and you want to get them going early. First drive of the game, scoring a touchdown, getting them jacked up.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He steps out of bounds just across the 20 at the 21. Decent starting field position here. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. On the ground, it's Potts. Breaks into the open. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The Nittany Lions in the hurry-up.
Man, they have got a weapon in this offense right there at running back. This dude is tremendous. You think about Franco Harris, you think about Kajana Carter, Curtis Enos, Saquon Barkley, time and time again, Penn State running backs wearing defenses down. This guy is a problem, and this defense better find a way to slow him down.
Back to pass on second down. Punch it out of the air. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's caught. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. And the Nittany Lions are marching down the field.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
The RPO is complete. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
And that's such a difficult thing to ask your quarterback, to run the RPO, stick it in the belly of the running back, turn, throw it really, really quickly. And you could tell, maybe rushed it a little bit too much, and that was the reason there was an inaccurate throw.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking to throw again. Fires to the big fella. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. The Nittany Lions with the 1st and 10.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Caught behind the line. It's Potts. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The Nittany Lions want to move quickly. The play-action fake. Fires deep toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
They kick it away on fourth down.
How about the turn of events there? You're going to go play defense. You didn't even have the football anymore, but what do? You scoop it up. You almost put the ball in the end zone. You go inside the 10 and set your offense up. What a momentum swing.
Does life get any better than this for an offense to start a drive with a 1st and goal? Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Cade. And he strides his way into the end zone. extra point here would tie the game. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
From inside the 10, here he comes. So after the scintillating return, just don't mess it up. You've got to cash this in for a score. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The Nittany Lions trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. It's complete to the right. Touchdown, Penn State! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
It inside the 25, chance for great field position. Nice, just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Offense changing the play. To the air. It's Tyree. Unloads it left. It is complete. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. And that one's going to get Reveille howling a happy tune.
Reveille, the 12th man, all the swaying, the traditions when you go to an A&M game. These fans love their team, and they love playmakers that make...
He's got it down the left. Touchdown, Aggie! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. That pass is incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He takes a chance and fires it across the field. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. That's now 200 catches in his career.
It's so impressive because of his dependability. This guy has been consistent, David, week in, week out. He shows up, and he makes plays.
And it's easy to coach a guy like that. Consistent, does the work, catches the football, you know where he's going to be. That's why he's got 200 catches.
Turning it on. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Ahead from inside his 25. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. It's in the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Potts. Touchdown, Penn State! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a... Oh, he's got some space! And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets him to the 49-yard line. Texas A&M going up tempo.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Hard running there. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to be like, listen, O-line, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They got to do a better job.
The Aggies with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to the ground. Hard-hitting tackle.
I think the OC would have been really happy with a small gain and an easier third down. But how about the effort by the running back to get this close? He saw the first down marker, tried to get to it, got close enough now where it's an easy situation on third down. And shoot, and I got fourth down in my pocket if I want to go for it.
And the Aggies are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short.
Here we go.
Back to throw, it's Tyree. Looking deep. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. This offense gets into plus territory. They're going to go for it regardless of their field goal kicker's range. Creates a little room. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Touchdown, Aggies! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the 1st half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum,
Turns on the Jets. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Got it behind the line. It's Potts. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down.
nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. Did a nice job of it.
Unloads quickly. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the 1st?
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
They'll send the back in motion. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
To throw it again. Grab behind the line. It's Potts. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
Would have just been a 47-yard field goal attempt from here, but they're thinking touchdowns and trying to move the chains here on 4th. Throws to the wideout. Makes a catch. Converts on 4th down. Is still on his feet. And a confident throw and catch, and they're in the red zone at the 13.
Well, it's a heck of being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Potts. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll immediately call timeout.
The screen game is such a big part of this offense. A nice job by the quarterback holding on to it until the last possible second, and the O-line getting downfield, picking up their blocks. They make it about as easy as they can for this running back to find the end zone.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Boston College is on top, but it's not like Matt Ryan or Doug Flutie are playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 10 over Nebraska. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw, it's Tyree. Takes his shot. Got him in the open. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
Man, a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
The give to the tailback. Gets it past the marker. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. That's good for Fighting Texas Aggies. The Aggies, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking to throw on first down. Looking for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Oh, the receiver is going to hate watching film and watching that play back because that was a touchdown, and he dropped it.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Quarterback now breaking the field. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Quarterback may change this route. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. He's got it, and he will score! Touchdown, Aggie!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
Inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Quick release by the QB. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how their defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Listen, nice completion, short gain. Now you get to third down. Third down's more manageable. Guess what? If I don't get it on third down, I still got that fourth down in my pocket. Nowadays, analytics, we're going for it anyways.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Grabbed behind the line. It's Potts. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Nittany Lions will try to pick it up on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint and try to put some points on the board.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Got the first down and more. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And they pound the rock. The run game comes through late in the first half when you needed it. Now they take the lead. They take the momentum. That's how you end the first half.
Look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll start this drive going to the air. Pressure coming. It's picked off, and it's number 10. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
They're testing the right side here. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to throw, it's Tyree. Going for 6. Touchdown, Aggie! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Gets the back moving. To the air on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And the ball's free in the backfield. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And And this is why a lot of offensive coaches are okay going into halftime, trailing, not being too aggressive. Because when you try to make things happen, sometimes disaster strikes. And you just saw it right there.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger. This is ultra-aggressive. Still in the first half, got the lead and going for the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. That's going to wrap up the first half here. Now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. At a return here, they'll start this drive at their own 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the...
Intercepted for the 11th time this season. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Come on, set. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Off play action. Might be looking to run. Hit as he throws. Finds a man by himself. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to a block.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies! And the pummeling has started. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting to see the ripple effects after this one in the SEC today, fellas. Auburn went on the road and just dominated. And that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's house and prove you're legit. And did the Tigers ever do that? An SEC clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this. There he goes! They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Touchdown, Penn State! And they take it in for 6 more points.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
Getting aggressive here and going for 2. He's looking to throw. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
That keeps the score. Texas A&M 59, Penn State 41.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field.
Let's go!
Using his legs, it's Keller. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7.
Cooler 18 on. Cornhole 88. Cornhole 88.
Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air, it's Tyree. Moving away from pressure. He'll get rid of it. By himself, he makes the grab. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Aggie. And the stomping has commenced. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on that.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Well, this is huge for this defense because they're playing against a Heisman-caliber quarterback, a guy that can hurt them in a variety of ways. They better be able to get pressure on him throughout the course of this game. They did right there.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Sends it back in motion. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Potts. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Lost to throw again. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Makes a catch down the right side. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24. And the Nittany Lions come to the line in the hurry-up.
First down for the offense.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. So the kickoff team will come out after they turned in a score on that last drive. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. Quick release on the RPO. Speeding down the left side. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And the beatdown has ensued.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame, where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the offense back onto the field. They'll start this drive going to the air. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
You know, you're seeing in college football now with spread offense and tempo and air raid, we're seeing more and more 400-yard days, but I can't remember the last time I've seen one look as impressive as this guy has played today, David. He has been on fire.
And it's so annoying now because all the quick game is so good, and then you take shots when you get matchups, and you see tight ends now that move like wide receivers and running backs that move like receivers. There's so many ways that quarterbacks can hurt you now, and he showed all of it today.
Pulls it and fires to the left. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab.
Slants against man. That wide receiver has to win right now at the line of scrimmage against that DB playing man coverage. Quarterback timing with the wide receiver, put it on the money. Wide receiver's probably still going to get hit too and got to hold on to that thing.
Motion from the back. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Got his man. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. Makes a grab past the marker. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Really nice job by the offense. Hey, man, trust your guys, right? We got all these analytics on fourth down, say to go for it. They trust their quarterback. He gets it done with the completion and gets the big first down.
They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Off-play action on first down. They're working that left side. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. He was looking to get the ball farther downfield, but he just had to take what he could before he got drilled.
And sometimes you can look down the field, Reese, but you see that pressure, and it's getting to you. Get rid of the football. You don't want to take the sack. You don't want to lose the yardage, and try to let your running back or somebody else make a play out of the backfield.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with a first down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. It's first down from the 11. Looking downfield on first down. Using the quick game. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Second down, they'll go to the air. Incomplete. Looked as if he had his man, but just a misfire from this senior.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Into the house. Touchdown, Penn State! He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
He's got it. Two-point conversion is good. Just a couple of possessions down, so there is some hope. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Texas A&M offense goes back to work. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Breaks into the open. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
He wants to change this route. They'll move the tight end. Oh, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the shower of flags, it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Here's the give off the left side. Creates a little space. On the seam on the left. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
And the Aggies come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And as the game goes on, you're going to see this offense continue to use the RPO. That look was conducive to handing it off. The defense now is going to start putting more guys in the box to slow this running back down, and that's when the quarterback's going to have an opportunity to keep the football and make plays throwing.
A&M comes back out with another first down. Trying the left side. Turning it on. Can't get him to the ground. Touchdown, Aggie! And the punishment has been extended. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Working that left side now. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Hey, down in the 4th quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Still on his feet at the 45. There he goes. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
That is the score. Texas A&M 80, Penn State.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. Oh, unfortunate to get that one back. And as an added bonus, they get the 1st down. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line.
22 water. 22 water.
Looking to pass. It's Tyree. Going for the big play. He caught it. Touchdown, Aggies. And the route is on. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season. The fake, they flip it to the kicker. And it's not going to work. They tried to trick him out of 2 points, and they'll get nothing in like it. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Start starts a drive trying to go up top. It's on target and complete. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Now from the 48-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of...
Racing down the left side. The tap. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
That keeps the score. Texas A&M 86. Penn State.
So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away.
Set to advance on the football.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. Back to pass, it's Tyree. Buying some time. And down he goes. Tried to pick his way free, but the defense stops him behind the line. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Quarterback making adjustments. Second down, he'll throw it. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown, Aggie. And the pummeling has started.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
Now, Texas A&M.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to go up top on first down. They get to him as he throws. A strike downfield. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. Looking to throw on first down. Rushes on him. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
They'll move the wide receiver. Looking for a man. It's McMillan. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Got away from trouble and got rid of it.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
2nd and 10. He'll throw again. Fires into the end zone. Intercepted deep in his own end. He'll try to take it back. He's inside the 40. At the 20. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did.